let's face it, for many agents, they want to get more leads. And a lot of individuals who are just getting into lead generation and working with leads, they oftentimes don't understand that, lead gen is great, but if you don't have the right follow-up systems behind the leads you're getting in, it's like pouring water into a leaky bucket. And let's face it, how many times have you signed up for Zillow, Realtor.com, Trulia, and you're like, these leads don't work? Well, my first question to you is, how many times have you followed up with your leads? One, when I was in full-time agent running a lot of lead gen traffic, I had to follow up with leads 4 to 5 times, where the average agent, my friends, were like, oh, I'm only following up 2 or 3 times. But the reality is, you don't know where that lead is at in their buying process, right? You don't know if they are at work, if they're on the toilet, if they're arguing with their spouse. So you have to follow up them multiple times in multiple ways that speak to that client's end goal. So last week we talked about how to set up lead follow-up systems. And if you are just joining us, you could definitely check out our last episodes on our YouTube channel, or if you're a member of the Apex Agent Command community, okay, on School, which we'll drop a link somewhere around this video, you could definitely go check out the replay. Now, with that, okay, today is all about Facebook ads. And what is a Facebook ad? I think we all know that Facebook ads are ads that are showing up on our newsfeed based on our searches. But how cool would it be for you to follow up on individuals' pages that are actively looking for homes? And for a lot of you, you're like, yes, Tony, I know how to go in there and press the boost button. And I'll be honest with you, I absolutely despise the boost button. And why is that? That is like throwing a ton of needles into a field and hoping they will hit something. And they will hit something, but we all want quality leads. And pressing the boost button is not going to provide you with a quality lead. It's going to get a lot of attention, but attention doesn't pay the bills, right? So, what does it take to actually launch a successful Facebook ad? And that's kind of what we're going to be going over today is how can we launch a successful Facebook ad? Okay. So, with that being said, I hope you're dialed in because we are going to dive in and get started. So, first things first, we are going to go ahead and go over the lay of the land of Facebook. I want, the Facebook Ads Manager sounds very tedious and very daunting to a lot of individuals, especially when they first look at it. So I feel like the fundamentals is we need to make sure you understand what Facebook Ads Manager looks like. And honestly, how to access Facebook Ads Manager, because a lot of people don't even know how do I access it. You think running an ad is just boosting a post, right? And it's completely not. So step one, let's dive into the actual Facebook Ads Manager and see where we can actually locate it, right? So we're going to go over to this page right here, and right here is your normal Facebook page. Now, with that being said, what you're going to do is, one second. What we're going to do is we're going to go over to the left-hand side of your screen. Now, on the left-hand side of your screen, you're going to go to Ads Manager right there. Now, inside of Ads Manager, there's going to be a bajillion buttons, right? And what a lot of people do not realize, okay, a lot of people don't realize that it takes 73 decisions to launch a Facebook ad campaign. So we're going to launch a Facebook ad campaign, right? We're going to go through some of the best practices, but I'm also going to show you at the end of this call a way for you to launch ad campaigns in 4 easy clicks, okay? 4 easy clicks. So, and who am I to say all this? My name's Tony Cruz. I'm a co-founder of Apex Agent Pro. I'm also a chief operations officer for one of the largest marketing agencies in the beauty industry. I've managed over $50 million in Facebook and Instagram ad spend. So I like to think that I know a thing or two about running ads. And I've heard every excuse in the book as to why ads don't work. And here's the fact of the matter is, if ads don't work, why does the biggest companies in this world run ads, right? If they didn't work. Okay. It's about, are you effectively setting up your ads for success? And is what you're saying connecting to your ideal target market? Okay. So those are things you really have to look at when you are dialed in. So with that, you're going to go over to our Facebook ads launcher right here. And when you're in this here, you will turn around in 1 second. Let me, 1 second, 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. So when you are in the Facebook ads launcher or at Facebook ads manager, this is what it looks like. And you can see here, it's very daunting. There's a bajillion buttons all right here. And you can also look at your active ads. So first, I want to give you over the lay of the land. So how do I launch an effective ad? Okay. Well, and how do I know what an effective ad looks like? So first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to create campaign. Now, there are multiple different types of ad campaigns you could do, and a lot of people get really stumped here and they don't understand which ad campaign do they really want. They just think leads are, getting the instant forms and things like that, app promotion, sales. And it's kind of honestly true, I guess you could say. Like, yes, you're going to get their name, email, phone number, but which one actually performs better? I will tell you, traffic and engagement ads are my go-tos when it comes to running these ad platforms. Okay, traffic and engagement are my go-tos. All right, so right here I want to click on engagement. Okay, engagement. And notice here it says good for messenger leads, Instagram and WhatsApp, video views, post engagement, conversions, and calls, right? At the end of the day, you have to have, from a customer standpoint, you have to have these types of actions to even get a lead. You have to have video views to get a lead. You have to have post engagement to get a lead. Whereas if I just click on leads, it's just telling me what I want. It's giving me calls and text messages. I rarely ever use this when I run ads. Okay. So let's click on engagement. So when I'm in engagement, okay, it says choose campaign setup recommended or manual engagement campaign. So for me, you can go either one. I'm just going to do manual. And I like doing manual because I like to actually be able to edit every section of this ad. Okay. And this is when you hire a marketing agency, this is what they're doing for you. So a lot of people are like, why am I going to hire a marketing agency? I can do this myself. Well, it's a lot. It's a lot, right? So one thing I want to show you first before we move further is these three tabs here: new engagement campaign, new ad set, and new ad. The basic way I want you to think about this is a new campaign is a franchise. Think of it as EXP, right? You have EXP here. The new ad set is the actual region. So let's call it the Southeast region of the United States. And then the new ad is the agent in that area. Okay? So I just want to make sure everybody's following with that you have all that there. Now, next up, okay, we're going to have the campaign. So I'm going to say demo real estate. I'm just going to say demo real estate ad. Okay, that's my campaign name. Buying action, I do leave it on auction. Okay. Campaign objective, I don't mess with anything here. Campaign budget or ad set budget. I always leave it at ad set budget because I want to control what my different campaigns are doing and how much money is going to which ad. And I'll go over that here in a second. And then share 20% of your budget to other ads. Absolutely. Do not click on A/B testing. And then the number one reason why I see people in real estate get banned from running ads on Facebook is they mistakenly don't click on the special ads category right here. So if you're a realtor watching this, you want to click on housing. Okay. Click on housing. United States special ad category details, how declaring, don't have to go over any of that. And then now notice when I click next, we went down to the new engagement ad set. So remember, we just filled out the section for the franchise. Now we're in the region section. New ad set name. So I'm going to call this buyer leads. And then conversion location. Do I want it to be a messenger ad, like a Facebook Messenger ad? Do I want to send people to a website? Do I want people to call me instantly? Who wants calls directly from the ad, right? Do I want people to watch a video on my ad? Or do I want to get more likes and views on in Facebook or Instagram? So it asks you what type of objections you want, right? For me, I just want message destination. I like to have live conversations with my people, right? Live conversations. And then automatic destination recommended, my Facebook and Instagram DMs, right? It already has that. And it's already maximized for conversions. So what am I willing to spend? What is my daily budget? For real estate, I always like to keep a daily budget of $20 a day. That's very powerful. $20 a day is the budget I want to keep. Okay. And then start right here. Okay. The start date. I don't want to ever do an end date. If you do an end date, Facebook oftentimes, and this is just my theory, is they front load your ads, meaning let's say you do a 5-day campaign and you put a total campaign budget of like $300. They'll try to spend the full $300 in the first 72 hours, right? So like it comes out of the gate swinging, but it doesn't have a great effect. And then I don't ever mess with schedule budgeting, audience controls, location. So here, edit, and I'm going to do, let's say I want to do Orlando, Florida. Okay. I got Orlando, Florida plus 15 miles, right? Orlando, Florida plus 15 miles right there. Now, what I will tell you, okay, is it will also choose anyone who's been recently in Orlando. So don't be like, why are people seeing my ad that don't live in Orlando? If someone's just recently been in Orlando and has been interested in housing, they will see your ad. Okay. You show more options, the minimum age 18, excludes custom audiences and languages. You don't have to do anything right there. Now, I will tell you the only thing I like Facebook to do, okay, the only thing I like Facebook to do is I like it to actually, so I'm gonna do $20 a day. Let me go back here really quick. All right. So what I like to do is here, I have $20 a day. Advantage plus targeting. Facebook knows its data better than you do. Let Facebook essentially find your audience. And there's two ways to target now. A lot of people don't realize there's two ways to target your ideal buyers and sellers on Facebook. Way number one is you could target it, okay, by targeting people with the interest of Zillow and Trulia and all those different things. You could target your buyers and sellers based on that. Okay. Way number two, which is the newest way that a lot of people don't realize you could run ads and target those buyers and sellers, is through Advantage Plus targeting. Now, what is Advantage Plus targeting on Facebook? And a lot of people have been asked, like, okay, so what is this Advantage Plus audience targeting? This is where AI finds your ads based on what your ad says and the image in your ad. Okay. So, for those of you who are very creative, if you're really good at images and copy, then the fact of the matter is just click on Advantage Plus targeting and let Facebook do the rest. Right. Now, a lot of people have told me I'm not good at it. Here's the cool part. And this is, I don't mean to go out down a rabbit hole, but if you go to facebook.com, guess what Facebook now owns? Manus AI. It's just like Claude or ChatGPT or anything like that. So you could ask it to research the top real estate ads in your area. Okay. You could literally ask Manus to research the top real estate ads in your area and duplicate them for you. So can you say, please research the top 5 real estate ads in Orlando, Florida on Meta and help me come up with better performing ads? Guess what? Manus has the data because Manus is owned by Facebook. Manus is directly plugged into Facebook. So you no longer have to worry about, oh my God, are these ads going to be good? Right? And for those of you who are just joining today, we're going over Facebook ads in real estate, how to launch highly effective ads for Facebook in real estate. You're definitely going to want to stay tuned because we're only, 15 minutes in, but definitely check out the replay for the first 15 minutes because I went over some really good golden nuggets in there. Um, but look what it's doing. It's literally going and researching ads for you, right? So now that I understand that, okay, if I could just do a lot of R&D, rip off and duplicate of my competitors and have Manus create me better versions and then let Facebook run the ads for me, how am I not going to get really good leads, right? It just knows. And then ad transparency, I don't mess with anything down here. Um, and then next up is going into actually building and designing the ad. Now, I'm going to be doing 2 ads today, so don't feel like, okay, I'm lost. I'm going to do it all over again. So don't just stick with me. So what's the name of my ad? It's going to be Lake Nona buyers. Then the identity, which Facebook platforms do I want to use? Okay. Create ad. Or do I want to use an existing post? For a lot of individuals, they have really viral current posts on Facebook. Why not just use something that you already know is working, right? You could use an existing post if you want, and you could pick whichever post you want. I could click on change post. A lot of people don't realize that feature is available, right? It just gives you suggestions. But I don't want to use existing posts. I want to create an ad. Now, what's really working really well to me is single image ads and add creative, set up creative, image ad. I'm going to do this one as an image. And then I'm just going to leave it. Not going to really mess with it. Primary text. Hey there, the primary text would be join me at the Orlando Mastermind April 23rd at 5 p.m. Eastern. Something like that. Okay. Headline is RSVP today. Call to action. This is one that is overlooked like crazy. Okay. You're asking your buyer or seller to make a decision when it comes to the call to action. All of these are very threatening. Subscribe, that's a commitment. Sign up, that's an extreme commitment. Shop now, oh my God, I got to spend money. Get updates, not bad. Order now. My favorite one is learn more. That is my absolute favorite CTA. I get more clicks on that than anything. And then if I want to add music, I could add music. I would absolutely add music. I would absolutely also add 3D automation. So what people don't realize is Facebook is trying to figure out what's working and what's not working on their platform. So the more features and fun features you use when you launch your ads, the more Facebook is going to promote you because they're like, okay, Gino uses all of my features. So why not promote him out even more, right? Why not promote him out even more? So I always, whenever they have these fun features, I always try to promote these fun features, and then I click done. Okay. So, and then it gives you the previews, and then you can see the preview there, RSVP today, call to action. Now, Advantage plus creative enhancements, 5 of 5. Turn on ad overlays, visual touches. So it's already, Facebook has already optimized the look and feel of this through the Facebook ad creation. Then chat builder. Okay. Who here is running buyer ads? Does anybody running buyer ads on this call that are like pool homes under 300,000? Lakefront homes under this, right? Those types of ads there. And what really pisses off a buyer or seller, okay, is when they click on it and they have to go through a million hoops. They have to go through a million hoops to actually get what they want, right? So, what I love to do in Messenger ads is I love to go in here and set up a conversation. So, I'm gonna click edit. So, I'm gonna say, uh, hey, hey, bank, have you been looking into lakefront homes lately? Right? And then frequently asked questions. You could set up your frequently asked questions as well. You could also add attachments. You could add a call invitation, add a call button. A lot of people don't realize these little things are there. You could add a call button. Um, what's the event agenda? I'm going to say, I really want question number one is going to be, are you looking for pool homes under 300,000? Then my automated response would literally be my MLS link of all the saved properties in my area under 300,000. I would give them what they want. Isn't that a novel idea? Why not just give your customers what they're actually looking for, right? And then when you're like, well, okay, Tony, I didn't capture their information. You captured their Facebook message. And guess what you can do? Guess what a lot of people don't realize is up in this top right-hand corner, you could call them directly in Facebook. See, a lot of people are so stuck on, I got to get their name, phone number, and email. Whereas if you keep them on the platform, it's less intrusive to them and it gives them time to think. But once they reply back to you and you've actually given them what they want, they're like, oh, this person's easy, right? And the other side of it is you can continuously follow up with them day in, day out, right? And you could add whatever attachments you want down here. You could even set up a follow-up message the day after. So a lot of people don't realize that when you're running Facebook ads, it has chat already built in a lot of times. So you could set your follow-up message here, follow up with potential high intent customers who tapped on your ad button but haven't sent a message after 1 day. That is a powerful follow-up right there. Because I know for like a lot of my customers that are spending $10, $15 a day on Facebook ads, they're getting 4 or 5 leads a day. And 4 to 5 leads compounded over 7 days, that's 30 to 40 people you have to follow up with. And you don't remember to follow up with all those people, do you? Right? So that's super powerful. So I'm just gonna go ahead and save that. Um, and then tracking. You could track online web events. And then once you're done, you click publish. That's it. Okay. That is it. That's all you have to do. So there's a lot of really cool features, but there's literally 73 clicks. And for those of you who are just joining the call, There's literally 73 clicks you have to do to launch a successful ad campaign. And we just went over that. And I'm going to go through again from the top because I want to make sure everybody on this call sees the slide and has an opportunity at the end to ask questions. Okay. So let's hop right back into it. So, close. So I'm wanting to launch an ad campaign. Okay. And this can look very, very, very daunting. It can look very daunting. And here, okay, I'm going to first click on create. But before I do, I want to explain something to you guys because there's these three tabs here: campaigns, ad sets, and ads. Okay. Campaigns is like the franchise. The franchise. Think of campaigns as eXp Realty. Okay. Ad sets are the region. Think of it as the Southeast region. And then ads are the agent in that region. Okay. What really matters is the ads, right, that you're running. But this is how Facebook organizes it. Okay. So first thing you want to do is click on the little green button. Okay. And you'll see here awareness, traffic, engagement, leads, right? App promo, and sales. So in the first demo I did today, I went over engagement. My favorite of all time is engagement ads. It's the greatest of all time because engagement ads push you out to more viewers. The intent of the ad is to get engagement. But if what your ad says speaks to that audience, you're obviously going to have more inquiries, right? A lot of people get stuck on awareness or leads, which they're good. And right now we're going to build a lead, right? But notice what the intent of engagement is. It's good for Messenger and Instagram connections, video views, post engagement, conversions, and calls. So engagement ads are designed to attract. Okay. I'm a big fisherman, so I'm just gonna say engagement ads are like the chum in the water, if you will. Okay. And then when you go into leads, that's more bottom funnel. So I'm clicking on leads. So I'm just click OK there. So notice how it breaks down into three steps here, just like I went over: campaign, ad set, and ad. It broke all three of those out. So now new campaign is going to be seller leads. Okay. Seller leads is the new campaign.
Let's
Now,
try and to pee. Is
one
it
sec.
cool?
Yeah, you'll be
Um,
fine.
I can mute. That'd be awesome. Sorry. Um, campaign budget. Okay. Um, leave it. I like to do campaign budget $20 for the whole daily budget. Okay. A/B test. I do not mess with A/B test. Special ad category. A lot of people, when they run real estate ads, they forget this one section right here. This one section will get your account banned. Okay. If you don't click on special ad category and you click on housing, Facebook will flag you and you will lose your account. Okay. Now you're going to click next. So now notice I'm in the ad set. Okay. I'm in the ad set. So I'm going to say seller leads Mount Dora. So inside of my seller leads, I created a section specifically for Mount Dora. Okay. And what I want to do is my all-time favorite instant forms to Messenger. Now, what is an instant form to Messenger? It means that when they click on my ad, I'm going to get their name, email, and phone number, and they have to accept the terms and conditions, and it's going to connect me in Facebook Messenger as well. So not only am I getting all their information, I'm also getting connected with them in Facebook Messenger. Now, is that a quality lead or what? Right? That's a highly qualified lead. So then you're going to go to instant form to messenger right here. Again, I just want so everybody can see it. Instant form to messenger right there. Uh, Performance goal, maximize the number of leads. I just want the most leads possible. Catalog, I would not mess with the catalog. Budget, I'm doing a start date. I don't ever want to do an end date. Don't ever do an end date because I feel like Facebook front loads your ads. Okay. Audience, I'm going to do here. I'm going to do Mount Dora. Oh, Mount Dora, Florida. Boom. All right. There it is right there. And then again, Advantage plus audience targeting is my go-to. Like people overlook this, but it goes back to remember how I said in the beginning when a lot of you jumped on, here's the report of the meta ads. This is honestly amazing. It's telling me the average real estate agent spending between $15 to $25 in my area, right? It's telling me the top verbiage. And for those of you who just joined the call, why did I just go from this page to advanced audience to showing you Manus? I'll tell you. Manus is owned by Facebook. It's just like ChatGPT or Claude, but it's Facebook's version. So guess what that means? Facebook or Manus has all the data from all the ad accounts used on Facebook. Did a light bulb moment just go off for people? Did it, please tell me that excites you. Like holy smokes. Now I can see what other people are doing and actually R&D, rip off and duplicate. Now I don't have to guess what ad's going to work and what ad's not going to work, right? Is that like, whoa, light bulb moment? Just one person, Paul was like, whoa, that's it. Give me some action in the chat. I know it's early morning for a lot of you, but that excites me because now I don't have to freaking waste my money on ads. And 99.9% of agents don't even realize they can go in there. I can go after the top agent in my area and do a lot of R&D, right? I can do a lot of R&D because what I know is, and what this is telling me is in my area, cost per lead is actually $15 to $25. So I know what I have to spend for my budget. Okay. I know that what's really working right now, analysis of top performing ad campaigns. Analysis of top performing ad campaigns. Number one ad campaign you could be running right now. Rent first buy financial arbitrage. That's an amazing ad campaign. The market appreciation seller hook. It's literally referencing agents that they're ripping off from, right? The international investment gateway, right? The lifestyle community brand. And wow, this is actually one of my old agents. Go her. This is actually one of my, for a lot of people don't realize, I used to be a managing broker for a very large real estate firm here in Central Florida. Michelle Smokey is one of my old agents. That is amazing. I'm going to reach out to her today. That is amazing. The urgency driven open house. And it breaks down how these people are doing it. Strategic gaps. Now it's telling me what they're not doing, what they should do. Okay. Gosh, if this class doesn't excite you, it's like now I understand why my Facebook ads weren't working. Now I can actually go out there and do it. This one class alone is worth like thousands of dollars in my opinion because of the knowledge I'm driving. So Orlando homeowners equity hiding site, and I'm going to give you my prompt here in a second, Ben. I'll give you my prompt. Targeting recommendations, creative recommendations, ad concepts. It's giving me everything right here, right? It's giving me everything right there that you should be doing. So, what was my prompt? I'll put it in the chat. There it is in the chat. Please research the top 5 real estate ads in Orlando, Florida on Meta and help me come up with a better performing ad. That's it. Nothing special. And it gave me all that. Now, this is not like profound, like, how can I say this? This is not tested. This is just my theory. I'm sometimes a conspiracy theorist. But the way I got to my Manus and the way you get to your Manus I think makes a difference. So I actually logged in my Facebook account. And for those of you who are not my Facebook friends, go and add me as a friend on Facebook. But I went through my Manus AI right there on my Facebook account to get to this data. That way I knew it was all connected, right? That's what I want to do. So now that I know that, okay, also you want to make sure. So now you guys understand how AI plays in all this. So I always use Advantage Plus targeting. Okay, I always use the Advantage Plus targeting. I just click on it. And then add transparency. Increase your to your audience by providing details about your advertiser, payer, name, location, da 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 da. Great. Placements, edit controls. I don't mess with that. Brand safety and suitability. So now it's time for us to go ahead and design the ad. Okay, let's go ahead and design the ad. So this is going to be Mount Dora sellers. If I want to run a partnership ad, I could absolutely do that. So, like, let's say me and Ben want to run an ad together. We could absolutely run an ad together and share that cost, do a partnership ad. Um, then from there, we're going to go into ad. Where's it at? Create ad, format has changed, flexibility, single image, multi advertisers, set up creative, image ad. I'm just going to I'll do this one. Us and Kendall, me, Veronica, and Kendall. So just create that as an ad. So primary text is come to our next upcoming mastermind. Where we're going to drop so much Facebook ad knowledge, your head will spin. Come to our next Facebook mastermind. And remember, my favorite call to action is what? Learn more. Then you click and I have 3D animation on, done. Then boom, it's right there. But then when somebody clicks on the ad, okay, did my mouse just freeze? Okay, there it is. I'm going to use my forms. So now I can create a form, entitled form, higher intent, share settings. And this is what we're going to be going over next week. I'm not going to get into how to create a form. This week, I only want to show you like where you can go for it. But once you can see I have multiple forms created. All right. So this is the form they're going to fill out when they get to my ad. And I could have all my leads sent to a Google Sheet, or I could have it set up to my CRM. I set up CRM setup, and select CRM. And I wonder if FUB is in here. So, oh, look at that. Follow-up boss is in there. right? Follow-up boss is in there. And then I would connect through and boom, all your leads are going to dump in to your follow-up boss. But the other cool part is you will be able to also message with your leads right away, right? You'll be able to message with your leads right away. So, and then once you're done, you just click publish. So that is Facebook ads week one. Next week, we're going to be going more over lead forms and things like that, and how you could absolutely um, do videos, what hooks works, things like that. We're to get more into the mechanics of it. But in the beginning of the call, I also said I'm going to show you how to launch ads in 3 easy clicks. And thank you, Paula. Um, for those of you who are my Apex Agent Command users, pro users, I have the Facebook ad launcher right here. And by the way, if you're not a pro user, look at this really cool tool I just dropped. Look at this website I just built for myself, vibe coding inside of my CRM. So I just squirrel moment right there. But I have a full vibe coder in my CRM. But if I go to ad launcher, uh, if it will load, my computer's computering right now. Here you go. You can pick what buyer ads. You're like, Tony, I just need to know the copy because you just showed me how to like totally do the cheat code and rip off, do a lot of R&D. Okay. I click on this one. It's loading. Jesus, that's dizzying. Use this template. So I already have all the presets done for you based on your area. And you're able to use this template. You're able to change the text. You're able to change the images. You cannot change the targeting. Okay, so use this template. Come on. Oh, my internet's running really slow. All right, my internet's running way too slow. Let me close these tabs. All right, there we go. All right, so again, you could change the image right there in the little top right-hand corner. You could change the text right there. And again, you could do lead form, you could do messenger, you can do messenger engagement, all right there. And then you can pick your daily budget. And then it gives you the target audience and continue. Put your business name, Apex Agent, website, and launch. That's it. You can click launch your ads, 3 to 5 easy clicks without doing all the big stuff. But again, I want you guys to also understand how Facebook, the regular platform works. But just knowing that this easy option is there for a lot, I think everybody on this call has access to the Facebook Ads Manager. I think everybody on this call has access to Facebook Ads Manager, or the Facebook Ad Launcher, this thing in Apex Agent Pro. So you have that. But I want to really quick before we wrap up, I just want to ask it. So it did all this knowledge. I'm going to say, can you just go ahead and create me ad copy and add images for all these ads? 1 second. Using the logo attached. This is gonna be wild. This is the true art of R&D, right? It is going to be wild. So, alrighty. So while it's working there, what questions? Go ahead, use this time to unmute. What questions do you all have, if any? Any questions? Anybody brave enough this morning to ask questions?
Hey Tony, this is Regina.
Hey, Regina.
And hey, how are you today?
Good. What you got?
So I did join the Apex Pro, and
Hmm.
um I just want to be sure that this I understand everything is recorded.
Hmm.
Um and so I can go in and I can watch the recording. So I'm gonna tackle this later today and tomorrow morning.
Hmm.
But what do we need to do to get ready for next week's call? Since um, you
Great
kind of
question.
stopped where you'll teach us the ads so that we can kind of build on it each week also.
Great question. So this week, and that's where I'm going to end this call with a little bit of homework. This week, I want everyone to go in and build their first lead form ad, specifically a lead form ad. Okay. I don't want you to press publish, but I want you to do two things. Build your first lead form ad and also use Manus to do research on the best ads in your area. That is this week's homework. Okay. That is what I want you to do because if you could do that, it's probably going to take you, to be honest with you, about an hour, hour and a half. But once you learn the art of it, it's game on. So great question, Regina. Thank you so much for asking.
Thanks.
So, yep. And then wow, this thing's really thinking. And if anybody wants to hop off, you could absolutely hop. I'm showing this, and then we're kind of gonna end. But does anybody else have any other questions? Did anybody know that you could do ad research and competitor research with Manus? Like Jake was showing this to me. Jake was showing this to me like, what was it 2 months ago? And I was like, "You're serious? Like, we can now. There's no excuse why you should have horrible ads." Yeah, and a lot of people they don't talk about it. And I feel like I feel like Meta is very quiet about it because you remember back in I think it was 2022 where Facebook was taken to the Supreme Court over data breaching and data sharing. I feel like they're being quiet about it because I mean, this is data where it's showing me data from anybody else. So,
Hey Tony, it's Jenny Mack.
hey Jenny.
Hey, question. So this
Yep.
might be a really silly question, but all those steps you did earlier, we're eliminating that with the ads launcher, correct? You're just teaching us how to
Correct.
do it if we did not have that. So you want us to do our
Correct.
homework and practice.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
perfect. And
My,
then,
I think, and for those individuals that have the ad launch, like, okay, I don't need to learn this. What I really want you to practice and identify is what are your competitors doing in your market that you're not, and just run better ads. That's it. Is Manus free? Yes, I'm on the free version. This is all free.
okay,
So,
and then something else I noticed, you are actually talking to sellers in a specific city.
mhm.
Should we be speaking to sellers in the city or a county? Like if we work does it
I would
matter?
I would say county, honestly, because Facebook doesn't
Okay.
allow you to go. I think it's 15. What is it? 15-mile radius. I think it is. So,
Okay. That's what I thought. And then you mentioned follow-up, boss. If we have the program that you have set up for us, we should be sending them to our high level,
yep.
correct? Not
Yep.
follow-up, boss? Okay.
Correct. Yep. 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 Yep.
Okay.
Some people on this call have the Apex, some people don't, so I try to mix. But everything I do moving forward, also for the pro users, this all integrates inside the CRM platform, so don't worry at all. But look at this. Look at this graphic it created. That's actually a really, I would click on that. Like that's a great graphic. And it's relatable because that is a Florida style home. That is a city, that is a cityscape of Orlando. I like it. Like it a lot. So that's a really good one too. Holy smokes. Wow. Those are really good. Does anybody like these graphics? Like that's fire. That is so good. So good. So no excuses, guys. No excuses. Please take action. I am like begging you guys to take action. Um, so, alrighty, everyone. Well, I'm gonna wrap up for today, but I really appreciate each and every one of you for joining this call. And I will see you again next week. Again, we're gonna be going over lead forms next week and how to set those up properly. Ooh, it just dropped a really pretty one. I gotta show you that. There's the look at that last ad. So pretty. So pretty. And then it even gives me the what it should say. It even gives me what the ad should actually say. Insane. So, all right, everyone. Thank you all so much. Have a great week. Happy Thursday, and we'll talk soon. Bye now.